Hello, welcome my dear children to another session of biology. Hope all of you are staying safe at your home. Okay, don't forget to obey SMS, that is use sanitizer, wear double layered mask, then keep social distancing and be safe at your home. So let's start today's class with Swami Chinmayananda's thought. Okay, so let's see. Do the best and leave the rest. You have to do the things in your best level. For example, while you are studying, try to concentrate on that particular concept. And you have to try to understand what is that concept. Okay, and study your level best. So you can leave the rest. Surely you will get better result. So not only studying, whatever you are doing, ഏതൊരു കാര്യം ചെയ്താലും അതിൽ കോൺസെൻട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നിങ്ങളുടെ മാക്സിമം ലെവൽ ബെസ്റ്റ് ലെവലിൽ ചെയ്യുക. അതിൻ്റെ ഗുഡ് റിസൾട്ട് ഉറപ്പായിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടി. Okay, so always remember this thought in your mind, that is, do the best and leave the rest. So today we are going to revise the chapter, that is the living organisms and their surroundings. In this chapter we have studied about different types of living organisms, right? Is it? In the nature itself we can see different types of living organisms. For example, human beings, animals, birds, plants. Plants means different types of plants, variety of plants we can say, is it? And these all living organisms have their own surroundings. They have their own specific surroundings. They are living in their own particular area. Is it? So different types of living organisms we have studied in this chapter. And after that we have studied what do you mean by a habitat? Is it? So what is a habitat? Shivani, can you say what is a habitat? Yes, the dwelling place of an organism. It is called habitat. The surroundings where the living organisms live, and that surroundings, it is called habitat. The dwelling place of an organism, it is called habitat. So Balesh, what is habitat? Yes, the dwelling place of an organism, it is called habitat. So already we have studied habitat. Okay, so what do you mean by habitat, Sandra? Yes, the dwelling place of an organism, it is called habitat. And each organism or different organisms, they have some certain specific features to live in their own surroundings or to live in their own habitat. These specific features are called adaptation. Okay, so what do you mean by adaptation, Ardra? Yes, adaptation is, it is a specific feature and which enable a plant or an animal to live smoothly in their own habitat. It is called adaptation. For example, while we are discussing about habitat, we can say about different types of habitat. Is it, for example, desert area, mountain area? Is it? Then water, for example, aquatic organisms, that is, the organisms live in where? Water. They have their own adaptive features. For example, while we are taking fish and all, can you say one adaptive feature of fish? Vaiga. Yes, is it the spindle shaped of fish, and that shape enables the fish for smooth swimming in the water. Is it the scales on their body then slippery touch? Is it? നമ്മൾ തൊടുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും വഴുതി പോകും അല്ലെ? എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ആ ഒരു ഫീച്ചർ അഡാപ്റ്റീവ് ഫീച്ചർ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്? Because it is living in the water. Then the gills, the presence of gills in fishes, which also helps them to live smoothly in water. Is it? That is for the animals living in water. Then coming to next, while we are taking example of desert area, the plants and animals living in the desert area is it? Camel and owl. Then what about plants? The leaves are reduced to spines. The water can stop in the part of that leaf, is it? Then for example that camel also. Camel number water store capacity അങ്ങനെയുള്ള പല adaptive features കണ്ടുവരും desert animals and plants, is it? So all the organisms have their own adaptive features or specific features which help them to live smoothly in their own habitat. So the main two types of habitats, which are they? Suraj, can you say? Yes, terrestrial habitat, aquatic habitat. Already we have discussed now, is it? Terrestrial habitat means the land animals. That means the animals living on the land. Mountain areas, desert areas, whatever may be. കരയിൽ ജീവിക്കുന്ന ആ ഒരു ഹാബിറ്റാറ്റ് അല്ലെ, ആ ആനിമൽസിനുള്ള ഹാബിറ്റാറ്റ്, അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ടെറസ്ട്രിയൽ ഹാബിറ്റാറ്റ്. Then coming to next is aquatic habitat. Water animals have aquatic habitat because they are living in the water. Okay, so these are the two main types of habitat. Which are they, Vaidya Srikumar? Yes, terrestrial habitat, aquatic habitat. So next is the main two components in the habitat, that is biotic and abiotic components. Okay, biotic component means the living part itself, that is plants and animals. They are called the biotic components of an environment. Then what about abiotic components? Yes, abiotic components means, for example, the non-living part, is it? Krishna Prabha, can you say one example for that abiotic component? Yes, soil, temperature, rocks, is it? These all are the abiotic components. So once more listen here. Biotic components means the living part of the environment, and the abiotic components means the non-living parts of an environment. Okay, is it clear? So next we have studied about the different characteristics of living things, is it? So living things show some specific characters. Let's discuss what are the special characteristics of living things. Already you know that, is it? So first of all, living things need food. Without food we cannot live, is it? So the main character, the main feature of living things is, first of all, they need food. Okay. Then next one, it shows growth. Living things shows growth. You are growing day by day, is it? So living things shows growth. And then respiration. This living things respire, that means breathing, is it? We have studied about respiration. Breathing in, that means inhalation. Breathing out, that is exhalation, is it? So the inhalation and exhalation together, it is known as respiration, that is breathing process. Then respond to stimuli, That also we have studied. It's it. We have discussed about the touch me not plant example and all. While we are touching on a hot substance and all. Is it? What you will do while you are touching on a hot item? Yes, you will take your hands fastly. Is it? Why? Yeah, the hotness is the stimulus. Is it? And by touching that stimulus or while we are getting that hot feeling, we take the hand back. And that activity is the response. Okay, so that is respond to stimuli. And after that, living things excrete waste removal from the body after different activities. Is it? The remaining parts are excreted by the body. Waste materials are eliminated. That process is called excretion. Then another main important feature, it is called reproduction. That means the living things reproduce their own kinds. Is it? Give birth to their own young ones. So these are the different characteristics of living things. Which are they? Shraddha. Yes, living things need food. It shows growth. Then it respond to stimuli. Living things excrete. It reproduce. And one more thing is that living things move from one place to another except plants. Plants is also a living thing, is it? But except plants, other living things move from one place to another. So these are the important characteristics of living things. So I hope all of you understood this chapter. If you have any more doubt, you can just text me WhatsApp or you can directly call me, okay? And again I am saying that you have to read your textbook thoroughly, study the given notes, okay? And do the exercise in the textbook what I have discussed in this class. And nobody is allowed to miss your interactive session. So my dear children, God bless you all. Let's meet you in the next class.